Ladies and gentlemen, the other day I asked y'all to be strong. And now I welcome you to my moment of weakness. We all have them. You know what I need? I need a vacation, like a week, with some fun people, and a new Mustang. That's right. In this era of doom and gloom and perpetual bad choices, I'm off in Fantasyland. And because romance seems to be a thing of the past, I blame it on social networking. It's got to be really, really, really hard to date when social networking, social media allows you to stay connected to every lover and every ex-girlfriend or boyfriend you ever had. So nobody ever lets anybody go. So now I can just dream about driving around and maybe going to a cool place I've never seen before and having fun, great conversations with imaginary people. Because Mercury entered shadow a little while ago, and the energy definitely got darker. Can you feel it? There's like negativity everywhere. And yeah, there's a lot of doomy, gloomy shit going on. January was the craziest month I've ever seen in my entire life. And not only have I done a freaking fantastic job as Planetary Defense Commander and as THORnews for 7 years, but like the whole lead up to 2020 that I gave you guys the heads up, like I did that really well, although I got the hurricane intensities wrong. For that, I've apologized 100 times, and it's made me better at what I do. But I definitely spelled out the 15th through the 15th period perfectly. Even surprised myself I did it so well. And we're here. I don't know, our president was on a freaking tweet storm making fun of people and their heights and shit, and I don't know. I'm just looking around and it's like, where is the leadership? Even in the last week, the only people I know of that have put out a video trying to maintain positivity are me and a lady named Nick Loves, who ties with Alexis Knapp as the most attractive female on the planet, but she's really cool and she has a positive message, which I try to do, you know? And so, I'm just saying, after all this, dude, I need to run away for like a week. A, I can't really afford to. I'm in the middle of a fundraiser with $261 left to raise. And the world isn't getting any simpler anytime soon. And then to make it all worse, because I couldn't figure out anything, that like I couldn't watch there's nothing I could do. So the only thing I could do of interest was I started reading some Nostradamus presages. Oh, geez, you know, that's a wild Saturday night. And so I linked up a bunch of shit that I didn't want to do. And I could spell it out for you, but I won't right now. But it's like, of all the presage years, it's the only one that pretty much talks about plagues and pestilences throughout the whole year and starting in January. But through the Nostradamus shit, if I decoded it correctly, which is really hard to do, it wouldn't really get quote-unquote big in America, if I'm right, until March. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But it did confirm, if I linked up the same year, it was going to be the year of Billie Eilish. It says it in the first paragraph of the breakdown of the year. B, it says it's going to be a really bad year. So let's hope I got it wrong. And then C, it talks about the flooding, which will start in March, April, May, will be really, 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 really bad. And I've already been talking for the last 2 months, this very mild winter, if you aren't cheerleading for one team or the other, as your Planetary Defense Commander, I'm telling you, I'm very worried about the spring flooding this year. And we've had a lot of infrastructure destroyed in our country since 2017 that hasn't been replaced. Our government is like a clusterfuck, horrible shit show. Both sides, everybody is doing a subpar job. In a time where you've got a global pandemic, and I was thinking about it, Because I try to stay positive most of the time, but I'm talking to you on my moment of weakness. Not trying to get you down, but I need somebody to talk to in the foxhole. And like they said now, it's like 300 people have died from the coronavirus. It's like, well, if you put that in Puerto Rico Hurricane Maria math, that's 25,000 people. Because when they said 60 people died, what they really meant was 5,000 people. And so 60 divided into 300 is 5. So times 5,000 by 5. And that's 25,000 people. It's like, you know, our government and everybody's always like, we don't trust anything China says. But it's like if they report the casualties, they're like, oh, we trust that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And now that I'm just talking, it is that part of the fundraiser where I can say whatever I want. And I got to give Kobe Bryant credit where credit is due. And if you have your kids listening for some reason early morning, you may want to close their ears for a minute or two. Let me tell you why I like Kobe. Even though I was always Team Shaq when they were, I like Shaq more, but because now more and more people are starting to call Kobe a rapist. And well, if I remember correctly, back in 2003, 2004, what happened was, and nobody's mentioned this. What happened was that the woman was into him, and the woman wanted to have sex with him, but he didn't want to get her pregnant, so he put it in her butt. And she thought that was assault. And it is. I'm sure it hurt. I wouldn't want anything put in my butt. No offense. If you like that, cool. Well, I cried one time when I was like 7 and had to put a suppository in my butt. It hurt. Okay. So what I'm trying to say was, and that before then, I knew that if a woman doesn't want, I'm fecal phobic, so putting in the butt's weird to me. And so a lot of men didn't know then that if you wanted to have sex with them and they put it in your butt, that is assault. So Kobe Bryant is the guy who made it aware to all men on the planet that if she wants to have sex with you, and you put it in your butt, that's technically rape/assault. And so what he did was wrong. But he seemed to become a much better man and ended up being a great dad, great husband, no other mistakes. And then he made it a common knowledge that you can't stick it in a woman's butt without her permission, or that's assault. So a good thing came from it. Man, this video went off the rails. And so that, and rape is horrible. Absolutely. And so I just, but I'm just saying he made a mistake, although I'm not poo-pooing the mistake. No pun intended. And then he improved and was a much better man, and every footage I've seen of him with everything, he seemed to be a classy, upstanding guy. So I don't know, man. It's a weird world. And I'll probably never get to have sex again. That's a wonderful feeling. Yeah, so I'm just imagining. I'd say I'd like to be on a mountain snow skiing, but there's not much snow, so I guess I'd have to pick a beach in my fantasy vacation. And heck, it didn't matter where I was. I miss driving. I love driving, dude. It just feels good. You're moving, listen to the radio. You can make your own CDs, or I guess the new cars have digital shit, but I don't know. I really thought I'd get more help, and I'm not talking about Asteroid Fight Club, because the majority of people who support me are people who are barely getting by or just okay. I'm just really surprised that more well-to-do people, especially, there's a fucking shitload of famous people who watch me, other than Hermione, asterisk, as far as I know, I've never gotten any help from any of them ever. And so, I don't know, I just, on my non-weekdays, I still think all this will pass, and that we will get to a place where people will work together and peace will be the dominant force. And But we're gonna need the power players, the rich, the super rich, some of the like people got to pull their head out of their ass. It's weird. I started watching the Taylor Swift documentary, Miss Americana. Look, dude, I have to. I'm having to watch it 2 minutes at a time. And she was talking. She's talking about how like, oh, most of the stuff, when I grew up, I was doing it for likes and applause, and people like to be liked. And that's like the same thing behind why everybody's into politics. Because they feel like part of a group. Where like, if you want to be popular, you have to conform. Which is like the exact opposite of the 90s. Where, and even in the weird subtext of all the woman stuff, is the like, be mindful, or ego is evil. And ego technically means identity. So you got like a hive mind shit trying to stomp out identity in very passive aggressive ways. It's all strange. And so, I don't know. Thank you for being with me on my millionth dark night of the soul. Like I said, it's like negativity is our number one GDP. Yeah, there's a bunch of shit to freak out about. But dude, I need to decompress. I mean, I really worked that last 45 days. I'm in 120 videos. And most people can't handle taking in the data that I take in all the time. Like, it gets really depressing or gloomy. I just feel like I need a couple days, and I need them out of this damn foxhole. Like, I need to go do something fun. Anyway, I'm not complaining. This is my vacation. Right here, right now, talking to you, dreaming about driving that car. Going somewhere fun. Yeah, I don't know, man. But, and Leo King, who's a Christian astrologer, who I get a lot of great information from, basically said that like the day, Sunday, and Sunday night should be good energy. And that this weekend will be kind of the snapshot or the nutshell of what the next 4 or 5 months is going to be like. And so I'm always trying to be Captain Positivity. But after working so hard and still being like, man, isn't anybody else going to do something? Like, I mean, no offense, dude. Trump is the fucking leader of the free world. To get up there and call people names all the time, that's not what I want my head dude doing right now. You got a pandemic breaking out, and look, the Democrats are just as shitty as the Republicans are. I'm saying, why does everybody have to hate everybody all the fucking time? We are all in this together. These problems are they've been around for generations. Man, I get frustrated. This is a beautiful car, though. Man, I miss my Mustang. Anyway, so yeah, talked about a lot of stuff. And every month, that's the one good thing about my monthly fundraisers is it cleans out the people who are like, man, this store is not the guy for me. Because I have my up days and my down days. And this is my version of being strong weak. I'm still talking to you. And I'm still like, I don't know, man. It was like when I spent a couple years recruiting all the major pop stars, and especially the female ones. And the whole time I'm like, I need heroic anthems. I need them now. And well, nobody fucking listened. And it's like, dude, this is the time we needed, we need like music uplifts people faster, better, quicker than anything. And so to have them all put out me albums, it was a downer. Yeah, rock and roll pretty much still buried in the ground. I'm not giving up hope. I'm just saying, as Mercury goes into the shadow period, the energy's a little dark. And man, I need more people to step up to the plate and be a hero. Please. Be inspiring. If you can. Okay, well, I'll talk to you guys soon. Maybe when I find another picture of another Mustang. Stay cool. Peace out. God bless everyone. Fucking romance.